And we're live. At this point, I'd actually put up the music that I was Zephora introduced to me, but unfortunately, we don't have it, and I have no way to be able to play it back on the screen. It's beautiful stuff. Anyway, one day you'll hear it, I promise. Today we have no topic. We are just here to answer any and all questions. And if you can't you can join the chat and ask questions, or you can join in on the channel and talk to us. It's the closest thing we have to a call in, like a radio channel, like Brent has on Paranormal Portal, that I can currently offer. But it should work out okay, so long as you don't mind actually coming on the channel and talking. If you do, then just lob the questions at us from the side. Zephora is watching. So if you wanted to ask us something, now's your chance. We have almost the entire crew here. We're just missing a few people. Also, once again, welcome our first sponsor. Again, Montana Ranch Emu. Nothing better in this world than emu oil for heart health, healing skin issues, wounds in animals and humans. None of our products are animal tested, only human tested. And you'd be surprised just how many different uses there are for these products, from lip balms to under eye creams that work in 15 minutes. Let's see. And if you can make an account and then put in your first order, you'll get 10% off the first shipment of products using the coupon code that is specific to the channel, SG206. Once again, that's SG206. Thank you, everybody, for coming. You guys can all unmute yourselves now.
Hello.
Yeah. See, go to the live control.
I am working on some music for you, by the way.
I appreciate that. I
Hello.
gotta work on how I can
process.
I've got to figure out how to put it on here, because I'm actually going to get a little soundboard on my phone that when Joel comes in to say hello, that it goes ba 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 ba. I'll just save it right off the thing. Nobody can get mad if I use a snippet. Did you know in Blazing Saddles they actually had "Springtime for Hitler" in the background as we're panning over the Germans in the line?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice it. My brain was so busy. I was so busy. Every time you look at it, you just laugh at the entire absurdity of the line. I just don't even focus on the music because I'm so lost in the hilarity of the moment. So hopefully we're going to get a bunch of people coming in and asking a bunch of questions. If not, who knows? We'll see. We'll talk about anything that catches our interest.
I have a very relevant and pertinent question.
Yes.
What is the airspeed velocity of a laden swallow?
Of a what? That broke up.
It's a Monty Python question. I lied.
If that one's from what is it? Oh God!
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. Not my favorite one of the bunch. I know it's supposed to be a sin to say such a thing, but my favorite was actually Life of Brian, and even more fun still. Even more fun. Well, my sister wouldn't believe me that they had a thing where Michael Palin was talking about his friend Bickus Dickus.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the entire crew was not prepared for that? He
and
specifically.
His wife.
Yeah.
But here's trivia. Do you remember his wife's name?
Incontinentia buttocks.
Yes.
But my favorite of all of them
Whoa.
was Yellowbeard. I know this has nothing to do with anything to do with spiritual stuff, but it's the most fun I've had in a long time, seeing Graham Chapman, gay as hell, playing a stereotypical horrible pirate.
A horrible gay pirate.
No, he was completely straight. With Madeline Kahn, he goes in there, starts hacking a hole in the wall, and she says, "You're first out of jail, and the first thing you do is come and hack a hole in me wall." Says, "I thought you'd want a bit of a cuddle." Looks at us, says, "Cuddle? I raped you." It was just ridiculous, right? And he says, "The last one I raped, I killed. I remember the afterplay was a bit rough, but nothing fatal, dear."
Oh, it's the best time to come back.
Not that one. I had forgotten that.
Anything to do with the Pythonian crew is just so much fun.
I don't know what it has to do with paranormal or spiritual matters, but maybe it does.
Well, specifically one song. Always look on the bright side of life.
I think it does because things that bring you joy usually put you in a better state for metaphysical things. So, and that's definitely. I was just talking to Sean about that. I'm having a creative block right now, and part of it, yeah, and part of it is like I can't say that I'm depressed, but there's certain few people that I associate with at work who I not scheduled with anymore because of its current staffing situation. So we work opposite shifts, and now I don't see these. They're like an extended part of my family because I'm at work so often that they used to be part of my daily life, a part of my well-being. So like I have one friend who was a Polish immigrant. She came here when she graduated, and she's like we call each other cosmic twins because her birthday is like one day after mine, and we both have like the same sense of humor, and we think pretty similar thoughts, and we're pretty much cosmic twins, and it's just pretty hilarious. And more people say, yeah, you guys are cosmic twins, and it's pretty great. But I don't see these people that much anymore, and I'm seriously think that it's contributing to my creative funk right now.
Yeah, we got no viewers today. No viewers.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Well, I know on my end the weather finally broke, and they're probably all got cabin fever and went out somewhere.
Oh my God, she said the magic words. We should do the Muppets song, Cabin Fever.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I can't help it. You know me. I think in sound bites like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the best.
I've got the fever. I've got it too.
We have one person. Scarcity said, "Ian, how are you doing?"
Oh, hi, Scarcity. Feel free to ask any questions, Scarcity. We are here to answer anything you want to know. If you want to join us on the show, feel free as well.
That's a great name. Scarcity. Scarcity. Yeah, we could make a song about that.
Is it like scarcity as in a city that is scared, or is it like scarcity like something that's rare?
It's spelled scarcity. So maybe I said it wrong.
Scarcity.
Maybe
it's a city full of scars.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, well, we'd give you the link. You just need a
songwriter here. I'm a songwriter. I can't help it. I got David over my shoulder, and he's going, write it.
It's pretty great.
If you give us your email in the thing, we can actually just send you the link to your email so you can come on in via Google Hangouts.
Well, either that or you can email iansmagicoak@gmail.com. Don't forget the K, and then he can send you the link. And that's how I did it because I didn't want everyone to know my email address.
True story.
Well, because I'm in the control room, so putting it up, I can keep it hidden so nobody sees.
Ooh, he's got the magic powers. There you go.
He got the magic stick.
Yeah, what they call it. The occult. That means
here we go.
You don't keep it occulted.
Here we go. And this is what the day's gonna be like. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
slap happy loopy.
I love it.
Well,
need more of it.
I'm glad because we're going to do it in spite of anything anyway. So there.
Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Who cares?
And the link is away. Launch.
Link away. All right, Captain.
I technically don't know what the Super Bowl is because I'm in the UK, so it doesn't.
It is the championship for American football.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or what my wife calls CTE ball. Don just calls it CTE ball.
CTE ball.
Really sure
I'm a baseball kind of guy. I don't follow, but the only way that I follow football is it's over. Is it over? Is it over? Thank God it's over.
Super Bowl is all about the commercial for me right now.
Follow it by having something interesting happen instead.
I can't watch sports. I have to get involved. I find watching sports boring.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you.
I kind of stopped watching sports after I moved out of the house with my mom because, like, but growing up, we had we had the wide world of sports. There was like all kinds of things going on in like the 70s and 80s. Like, they had like all kinds of different racings on the weekends, on Saturdays and Sundays. You could tune into it. Formula One racing, motorcycle racing. There was dance offs and stuff like that. It was awesome. Scarcity. Hi. Are we saying that right? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Scarcity.
Don't be scared. It's okay.
Don't be scared, Scar City.
Isn't it Scar City?
Scar City, yeah.
Scar City.
Well, anyway, you said the magic word. You said wide world of sports, and we're all automatically back to Blazing Saddles. What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Yeah.
I've never seen that either.
Oh my God.
I hate to say it, but many things will bring us back to Blazing Saddles because that's just how our minds work.
That's the topic of the
And
Monty
Monty Python.
So
I think he's gonna have to work out, or she, I'm sorry, have to work out the how to work the controls to get the microphones to work. In any case, use
the mystical 4-letter words of power and pound on the screen. Works for me.
Check your Windows 10 privacy settings because they automatically turned everything off when they did an update a while back.
So I was asked by Brent the other day to consult on something that he had seen at 4:30 in the morning. Now, this is really funny, and I'm sorry I'm going to be sharing his story. I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind because he's that kind of a guy. But he's up at 4:30 in the morning in Idaho.
And besides, we can beat him up.
Well, he'll never let us back on his
word.
channel, so let's not say that.
Okay, no,
So
let's not do that.
So he asks me, he says, "Well, I'm sitting on the toilet, and yeah, I know, right? But I have to share this because this is the reason why he didn't." He said nothing was going to get him off the toilet, but what he saw was these golden lights, flickering around, and it reminded him of Cinderella in the Disney Cinderella, where she's Ajakaboolab, and she's tapping the wand, but instead of the sparkles falling to the ground, they were circling, and I said, "Oh, that's just the Fae." He goes, "Yeah," I said, "Yeah, that's the Fae," and I said, "You're at 4:30. That's the easiest time to see the Fae is either right before sunset or right before dawn. That's when they usually don't care too much, and they're figuring that you're going to go, there's something wrong with me." And so it was really quite interesting because he said right after it said that he'd been trying to get them to present themselves to him so he could see them. So that because he was trying to be more, he'd ask them to, and I said, "Well, yeah, if you ask nicely and they're near enough, they definitely will show up eventually. But they're going to choose a time when possible hilarity ensues if you're the kind of person who would run screaming." And he says, "Well, I was dropping a deuce at that point. Even if Satan walked through the door, I wouldn't get off the toilet."
Oh my gosh!
Well, there you go.
So it would have been ideal time. It would have been ideal time if the Fae had gotten it, because they would have been laughing. I know, because the little pixies that live underneath the elm tree out here would have been doing that.
So they literally could tell each other they scared the poop out of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was anything. They are so mischievous, and people have this idea that they're going to be stately, and it all depends on which one that you're going to come around.
Which ones you're talking to? Yeah.
They're not all Titania and Oberon.
Most the ones that come around my place are not stately.
I can tell you the ones that punched in the corks in the top of my mead bottles in order to get to the alcohol aren't stately. They were desperate. We're getting through this now, man. Drill harder. Ramming speed.
Oh my gosh.
And people think so. Oh no, they just the corks come out. The corks come out the other direction.
Yeah, they don't go in. There's not a vacuum. It's not how it works.
Especially not on fresh cork. It's like, I just put these corks in here. These things are brand new. Look at them. They practically chewed through the middle and punched it down. That's desperation.
Did I ever tell you my welcome by the fae of this place? Because there are fae around. There were when I came in.
Nope.
And it was around Halloween. I was finally getting settled around Halloween. And I have this dream that, I have the door locked, but I have this dream that people are coming in and out of my door, and there's this party, and, some kind of thing is going on, and there's music, and there's people milling around. This is a dream, right? And I open my eyes, and my entire place has been graffitied with bright, iridescent and black light colors everywhere, and right down on the ground where I'm looking, because I was laying on my stomach, right down in my eyesight is Happy Halloween. And the minute I said, oh, it all just disappeared. I thought somebody had actually come into my place and graffitied my place. Because that could actually have happened at one point when I was there. That could have not been impossible. But yeah, and then it just all disappeared. So that actually, it's like, yeah, at least it wasn't for real. I mean, they didn't really spray paint my place. I mean, that was a lot worse. But it scared the bejesus out of me. It's like, oh my God. But keyboard cat, play us off. Anyway,
I can hear a scarcity, the sound like in the background, but
yeah, I hear.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
hello.
my mic wasn't working from before.
City.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Piece of candy. Hello.
Hello.
It went suddenly quiet.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I froze out. It was weird.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
We are trying to contact you, Scarcity. Speak to us.
So how you doing?
Everybody, put your hands on the
I'm all right.
table.
Oh my God.
Put
Well, let's
your
not-
hands
let's not
on
more
the tablet.
Okay, let's not scare him with Morticia Adams speak on.
That is a Morticia.
Knock once for yes, 2 for no, 3 for maybe.
For scarcity. Okay, I had to poke my board. It enjoyed it though. I had to poke my board, and then a menu opened from me poking it and reciting the 4-letter mystical words of power.
Okay.
At the same time, you got.
And here we are.
We're not making fun of you. I promise, darling. I promise. We want you to come in and talk to us. Come in, Scarcity.
Somebody's phone is ringing.
So
that's just my
what's up, Scarcity?
Nothing really. I'm just watching the stream.
Oh. He's just enjoying the show. We're all just going to be crazy here for us.
So how are you? How's life treating you?
Not so good, but I'm working on it.
Ah, good. Is there anything that we could do to help? Is there something?
Well, it's like personal problems.
Okay. Well, it was not
got school to worry
metaphysical.
about.
If it's not metaphysical, we won't pry.
Yeah.
So, how did you find us?
Well, to be honest, I was just typing in astral projection,
Mm-hmm.
and I found you streaming.
Oh,
See, I think that I've got to do more astral projection stuff. We got to have Dawn on here also because it gets a lot of people attracted because they really want to know how it happens and what it looks like.
Yeah.
And
I invited her, but she's not feeling very well today, so
I'm
I
sorry.
think she might take the week off.
Give her our regards.
I will.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of people who are curious about it, and I've had altogether too many people try and side tackle me, blindsided about it, like we're doing something wrong. And I just it does get kind of old that I'm being honest about it because I'm not making any money on this. I'm not trying to lie to people because I'm trying to get them to understand what it looks like. So when you're doing it right, you know where you're going. And other people are like, no, it's the most beautiful situation. It's the most beautiful thing ever done, and blah, 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 and rainbows and unicorns. And you have no idea. It's not like the movies in there because I said so. And, you can only take so much of that before you start thinking to yourself, I don't know why I'm telling the truth. Maybe if I lie, I'll get further.
I think a better question is, why are they so offended? I mean, that's sort of on them. That's not on us, Like they need to start exploring why does their version of astral travel offend me so much? What am I feeling defensive about?
Yeah.
So.
And the whole idea that it's not really safe, and I'm not the only person who says it. I wouldn't be the only person who says it. There's lots of people, more than people on this show are going to tell you that, and they get mad. Like, of course it's not dangerous. All you need is the silver cord because reasons. Like, the only place where that's ever mentioned has nothing to do with astral travel at all, and it's only mentioned sidereally in the original Aramaic version of the Bible in, oh my God, was it Matthew? I believe it was Matthew. So it had nothing to do with even astrally traveling from your body at all. And there's like, no, you have no idea. I swear I've looked up every reference to try and find it. And there's nothing about it like that. Sorry, go ahead, Sonia.
I was going to say, the only other thing I've known it to appear is an anime called Bleach.
Yeah, that's because of the way they talk about it. They want to throw as many cultural references in there as they can, but
no, I was just saying that's the only other place I know it actually appears.
The first time I ever got popped out of my own body because I was dreaming, and I turned and looked back, thinking to myself, "Oh, there's going to be a cord. I'm going to see it because Dungeons and Dragons says so." And it's like, nope, there's nothing there. So
on your own.
I think some of that could be manifestation of the dogma that they are learning, because that's one of the things, sometimes we can't manifest that just so, a visualization of where you're attached to your body is at. But I'm not sure. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, there's the Shirley MacLaine movie too. My mom loved that when I was growing up. Is it Out on a Limb or something?
Yeah, I remember that.
You said Shirley, and I was off to Airplane, the movie.
Don't call me Shirley.
I swear, Shirley. She's gonna say it. She's gonna say it. No, skunked. Damn.
Shirley MacLaine. Yeah, she did that movie Out on a Limb, and
oh yeah, me and Sean, no, we are of that age.
Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh.
Get lots of fun times going through this. Some of the stuff we've done in the last couple of weeks has been rather hair raising, and I was on Brett's show a couple nights ago talking about it because he had been told by Diane. I didn't know, so he's like, so I get on his show, and he's like, he knows more, so he's trying to drag more out, going, okay, well, yeah, and I heard this, and I heard this, like, yeah, it's like, what little blue bird's been on your shoulder talking about our private stuff that I wasn't ready to share, because I don't know how to couch this so I don't sound like I need to be trussed up in one of those nice warm fuzzy white jackets with the buckles in back.
I don't think they're warm or fuzzy. I'm pretty sure that's a myth.
Well, it's the jacket that makes you hug yourself. The original Huggy. Oh my. Listen to that. See, we just came on. I think this show is, today's show is a good example of how we all are just with each other. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, now another movie. I like it a lot. But it's Dumb and Dumber. Stop with the movie references. You're killing me. Now we have the Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls.
Killing me. I know. My goodness. So anybody have anything interesting happen to them this week? I mean,
I saw a ghost in a documentary. It was awesome.
And here we are.
So I was watching this documentary on Netflix called Murder Mountain. It's about the pot industry and like the black market pot industry in Humboldt County. And
not too far from here.
Yeah, they have a mountain that's just sort of lawless, and it's called Murder Mountain because a bunch of people get killed up there. A bunch of people disappear. And
you muted me.
I didn't do it. In episode 3, in the very beginning, right before the opening title, they have this panning shot through the forest. And all of a sudden I got this feeling like, oh, there is a ghost right there in front of that tree, but I couldn't see it. And then, so I paused it and I'm looking at it. And then I wrote to Sean, I'm like, oh my God, there's a ghost in this film. And so he went and looked, he's like, yeah, there's 3. So he told me how to like look with my third eye to try to to download the information and try to bring it out. And I made myself all cross-eyed and gave myself a headache. But I did see something sort of like emerge from that spot and sort of like almost sort of warped the picture a little bit around it. But it disappeared really quickly. But I did sort of see something for a little while. It was pretty cool.
And she saw one that I didn't even get it. I didn't allow the thing to progress to because I stopped at the 53-second mark because I saw these 3 and I thought that's going to be the only ones on there. Nope.
Yeah, starts at 53 seconds, but it goes for a while. And yeah, there's a bunch of ghosts in there apparently. If I had let it go forward, there would have been, it was at the one that she saw, which was actually behind the big tree on the left until they start doing the panning and moving around. And then that one becomes visible. There's one sticking its head out around the tree. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't creepy at all. That's the kind of, so as all I could see is the top of its head and its eyes aren't lined up correctly. And then there's this other one way off in the distance looking towards the camera, and it's looking out from underneath its hair. So it's very, what's her name from The Ring? Like that'll scare somebody. And then there's this other one that was closer to the camera, but when it progresses, the trees cover it. And the one that Sephora saw was this other one who actually wanted to be noticed. And I didn't get to it until she sent me the picture. I'm like, I didn't even get to this one. This is like, where's Waldo? But he's everywhere. It's like which one's Waldo? They're all Waldo. It's like that picture of Waldo. It's like the Where's Waldo, where everyone's wearing the red and white striped shirt and the hat.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I think that is so perverse. It's
like
terrible.
driving through the orchards, huh, Sean?
Well, no, this one was actually worse because those were like there's only a couple of them.
I want to see this. I haven't seen this thing you're talking about yet. So
it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's called Murder Mountain.
Oh, Murder Mountain.
And it was episode 3.
Yeah, very beginning of episode 3.
now for most people, they'd see this. Oh, look, redwoods. It reminds me of the Ewoks. For gifted folks, it's like, oh, look, redwoods. There's no Ewoks. Oh my God, what's over there?
Yeah. In this particular redwood forest, there's a lot of bad stuff that happens. So it's creepy. Even just watching
I don't know if
the
I want a spirit
documentary.
because I love the giant redwoods and never felt more safe than when I was sleeping in the giant redwoods.
Yeah, well, it wasn't these ones, I'll tell you.
So
No.
don't see
No.
this movie.
When
Yeah,
I hear where I hear redwoods, I think of season 4, the episode of X-Files when they're in the redwoods with the things that can change the skin.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help I was watching that last night, so.
Yeah, it's the orchards near where Joel lives. There's people who are drug addicts will go out amongst the trees, and then they will be, oh, this is a good place for me to go straight to my high, and they don't realize that they freeze to death, and then there's just hanging around going, looking at people at the cars as they go by with one thought in their minds, man, I would really kill for another shot of junk. And so Joel says, I want to warn you, Sean, where we're coming. I was like, oh my God, the stuff in the trees. Yeah, that's what I was going to warn you about, John. It's like, yeah. And I'm seeing it out of the corner. There's very few places that really compete for that. There's Stockton, driving through Stockton. The entire lake is like a cemetery, and all these things are staring at you from underneath the water, like in the when going through the oh my gosh, the marsh in near Tol Guldur in Lord of the Rings, where all those ghosts are in the water. Same kind of damn thing. And as I'm driving past, it's just this horror going down my spine. I'm like, why am I being watched? And then my eyes lock with the water, and all of a sudden everything becomes clear, and I see legions of them. And I'm like, I don't want to go through this town. So from then on, I take the 99, which is way, way off to the east of that flippin' lake.
How could I not have thought of this? I think I know where the epicenter is. I think I know now. Because you reminded me of something. There's a kind of a swampy area. We have bogland around here. And there was a place that I couldn't drive through. And I just couldn't tell anybody why. I couldn't explain to anybody why, okay? But it was just absolutely like maggots on it was like, I shouldn't say that because there were spirits, but it was just like everywhere, in the water, in the air, in the trees, in the bushes, everywhere, right? And one of my friends finally found somebody with sight who also had sight. She goes through there. I said, don't go through there alone, because I'd be driving and I would suddenly, I can't drive through here. I can't drive through here. I can't. And they go, sure you can't. No, I can't. I really can't. And she finally drove through there, and she said they were everywhere. And I said, I couldn't explain that to anybody, but they were so thick that I couldn't even drive. I couldn't drive. So it was like, God, Sean, that's got to be it. That's got to be the place. Somewhere right around there has got to be the epicenter of where all of this stuff is getting through. I think we need to take a little trip there.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. Yeah,
this does not sound like a place that I would like to go to.
Another one like the one we did for Cindy Goodbreak, I have a feeling.
Push Joel in first ahead of us.
Oh, no, I am not a canary.
No, you get to go first, Fred.
I keep telling people I'm not the canary.
Do not let Sean go there. Drive. Do not let Sean drive through there. We'll never get out. It'll neber happen.
I'll be putting on the brakes, and it's like, Joel, I'm going to crawl underneath the seat now. You can drive.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no more.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You would not want to. I swear, Sean, we would have to hold on to.
It's like going through Marysville and everything suddenly turns 1910. It's like, what the hell did I do? Did I suddenly jump back into the Music Man? It's like, what is
Yes,
this place?
yes, you did.
It's like
Yes.
I swear everything's like it's all looks like they're all dressed like it's like Madam Librarian. So I was just waiting for some kid to run by going the Wells Fargo, you know. It was.
Oh my God.
People think you have to have drugs to have weird stuff like this happen. No, you don't. Because I see weirder stuff. I see stuff that people did. They ask, well, what's it like? People, once you describe it, people make designer drugs to feel the same kind of weird that can happen to a gifted person.
There are people who would pay to have what we have.
Yeah,
I didn't like
until they have it, and then they'd be like, "Oh God,
take it back,
take it back."
There are times when it's like, yeah, you're there, like, can I give it to you? If I could give it to you, I'd give it to you. You couldn't have it all the time. Yeah,
it's like Wilbur, the albatross in the Rescuers Down Under. He picks up the luggage. He goes, take it back, because it throws his back out. So can't go up, can't go down. You know.
Wow.
It just like, you feel like you're sometimes you feel like you're crazy. People if you say anything to anybody, people treat you like you're crazy.
Yep.
Oh, that's what happened to this guy that I was talking about, Damon T. Berry. He started fasting and praying because somebody saved his soul, supposedly. And actually what he was seeing was, what he was seeing. Because they were torturing him and stuff, so they weren't angels. He thought they were. He didn't know anything about religion. He was fasting with no food and water for 7 days at a time, and he started seeing things. He eventually did end up having a little trip in the psych ward. But that poor guy needs some help. He is getting his butt kicked by these things because he doesn't know what he's messing with. And I think I'm going to have to give you all the link. He's a very brilliant video maker. I mean, he makes excellent videos, but this is just something he didn't know about. And I tried to warn him. Several people tried to say those were never angels. You were not talking to angels. You were not talking to God. We know what these things are. They are parasites. You got to quit giving them permission. You got to quit allowing them into your life. You cannot think that they're not going to just use you. He thinks he's writing the new gospel. You cannot think that they're not going to just use you and martyr you, because that's what they always do to their human tools, right?
Yeah, if you have a gifted person comes up to you when you say you're talking to your best buddy, and it's the angel Gabriel, and they jump into each other's arms like the Maitlands in Beetlejuice when he says, "Oh, can I be scary? Do you like it?" His face blows off, and that's when you go, maybe this isn't such a hot thing. Maybe this is more Jacob's ladder than the Passion of the Christ. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's just a good idea to have a second opinion, because I got nothing vested in it. I don't. I'm not going to say this is a bad thing. Hand me money. It's only the people.
I will. This is a bad thing. Hand me money. I don't mean it, but I said it anyway.
So,
all right.
The nature of it is if we see something that's literally going to be a problem for more than just yourself, we're not going to keep it to ourselves. And if it's something that doesn't show up and you need medicating, we're not going to keep it to ourselves. And I'm not being an arrogant son of a bitch. I'm just being truthful about this. We haven't got anything vested in becoming famous. Famous is not, oh God, it's not worthwhile.
If I wanted to become famous, I could have become famous so many times I can't even tell you about it. I just don't even, it even kind of scares me to be famous. Kind of.
Scares me too, which works against me.
I'm not even sure I would like to be too overly famous, unless it was in some kind of way, like maybe authors or something that where you don't have people, throwing themselves at your door naked in front of your mom or some shit like that, But
To quote a much wiser person than myself, freedom, we have it, and fame, nah, it's an empty purse. Count it, go broke. Eat it, go hungry. Seek it and go mad.
just about, I'd say.
Fame is an illusion anyway.
Yeah. Fame, fame,
It's a
fame,
social
fame.
construct. I mean, everyone has
David
to
had
give
to.
it to you, and it's silly. I mean, when I started interacting with musicians on SoundCloud, and I would write a fan email to someone I was a big fan of, and then that same day I would get a fan email from someone else, and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Okay, this is all silly. We're all just people. This is stupid."
Oh my God. But yeah, David is kind of sounding in on that one. I wrote a song about that, right? Called, ironically enough, Fame.
Great song, one of my faves.
The way he says it is just so funny. It's perfectly deadpan, called, ironically enough. Anyway, I wish you could see it. I wish you could see some of the stuff he does. He is funny as I can't even tell you how funny he is. Well, maybe one day you will be able to experience him. If I'm out on the coast, you probably will, because
party at Dee's
John
house.
can see, and so see, now remember that, Dave. Sean can see, so he can see what you're doing. You can't get away with some of this stuff anymore once I get out to the probably. If he can see you, then yeah, you're gonna have to be careful, because he's done some things like, I'm not even gonna mention it on the air. But it's funny though. He's a British madman. He's the hardest working dead guy in pop music, I'll tell you right now.
Okay, so anybody got any fun anecdotes from the past?
Well, I was going to say I do have something what happened quite interesting with me and my dad Friday morning at 2:00 in the morning.
Let's hear it.
My dad decided to go shopping at that time.
Of course. Walmart shopper?
So my dad decided to go shopping. Do not ask me why. He got me up and went, "Sonia, I want you to go shopping with me." This is like midnight. So I was like, "What do I get out of it?" He goes, "You'll just see." So I was like, "Okay, get dressed." I'm not the best pleased, but it was coming back, and my dad decided to go the back way, and he had his high beams on. My dad's car, like, how can I explain? It's like a small SUV to like an off-road vehicle. And all of a sudden we're going down this road, and it's like cut into a hill. So it's like there's a bunch of trees on your right side, and then on your left there's about a 30-foot drop. And we were driving, and all of a sudden we saw this. Well, to me, it looked like a black Irish wolfhound come out of the trees and stop in the middle of the road. My dad broke. What looked like I say, we'd gone through it. So I went to get out the car, and my dad's like, "Don't get out the car." I was like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, what do you think? That was a dog, wasn't it?" He's like, "No, stay in the car." I was like, "Okay." He goes, "Just sit here for a minute. We'll just wait." And then we drove off, and my dad would not tell me what the frig it was. My dad's one of these people, he'll help an animal, but the face he was seeing, he'd leave my ass there if I'd got out the car.
Oh my God.
Thoughts, Sean? Marcus?
It's being serious sort of thing. But yeah, to me, but it was quite tall for an Irish wolfhound because they're quite big. Because my dad's, my dad's car is like a small SUV, and I could see like the the back of it, and it scared the living crap out of me. But I'm trying to get my dad's like, you don't need to know what it is. Well, Dad, if it wasn't an animal, well, what the hell was it then? He's like, it doesn't matter. We'll just have to stay here for a couple of minutes. I was like, okay. Voila. But like I say, it's
Sean's
so
mic
freaking
is
weird.
stroking out or something.
Hmm?
I was just looking at Sean's screen at the bottom. It looks like his mic is stroking out. It's almost like he wants to say something, but it's not letting him say anything.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
doing that.
Oh yeah,
Muting
it's
over and over again.
muting and unmuting and muting and unmuting and muting and unmuting. Hello, Sean. Yeah, it's like he's trying to unmute himself, but it's not working. See, I got muted and had to unmute me too. I was trying to figure out why nobody was answering me.
It's the fairies in the machine.
It's the fairy. No, it's the
Something.
pixie. Okay.
Sean must
It
have
looks
something
so
very
weird.
important to say, and something must not want us to hear it on the air. So here we
Yeah,
are.
really.
That's it.
It's
That's
just
the
nope, nope, nope,
conspiracy
nope,
theory of it.
Ah,
nope.
It looks like he's trying to send us an SOS for the.
I know. Is it
He's
Morse
sending an
code?
SOS.
Mute Morse
Please
code.
help me.
Please help. Stuck and mute.
Sorry, I missed most of the laughter. I had to run to the restroom real quick and grab a drink. I do apologize.
Oh, wait till you hear it when you replay the show.
Well, yeah, you'll hear it.
So we'll hear it.
Your mute button was stroking out while you was
Everybody
gone.
will hear it.
I have no idea why.
Yeah, literally, we thought you tried to unmute yourself, and it just like blinking constantly off and
We're
on.
blinking mute.
You know, it's fun. I left it on
mute.
mute. Nothing was touching any buttons or anything. I come back and I'm seeing it flashing on and off for no reason.
Right.
It's like it was trying to get me to participate. It's like, hey, get back over here. It's like,
Your
no.
Faye is just having a great time. I don't know what else to say about that.
They must be. We brought them up. That's why.
Yeah, but I swear it reminded me of the Golden Child. I want the knife.
Oh, no, it was
Please.
want the knife.
We thought you were sending Morse code through the mute button.
Yeah, and believe it or not, nothing was touching anything. I had the headphones next to the microphone. Microphone's in front of the keyboard, which is under the computer. Mouse is off to the right. Nothing was touching anything.
Hey, whatever you say. We're just, I mean, when you watch the show.
Wasn't you, was it, David?
It's just flashing on and off as I'm walking up thinking, what the hell is this? I've never seen it have a conniption like this without me here before.
David says it wasn't him, but I'm not sure I believe him.
It was like disco. It was weird.
Yeah, it was.
KJXM, where disco lives forever. Knocks over the tower, down it goes. You're playing the movie. So that's, yeah, there's so many movie references, and just an average conversation in my brain just hits every last one of them that it can.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and then you get into the song references. Oh, when I get into that mood, everything is a song reference. It's really dangerous to get into that kind of discussion with me. You might hear songs you've never heard in like 50 years, if you're that old.
Nice.
I listened to stuff that was way older than myself. So you say that like there's no such thing as people who follow Broadway from when a time when they're like,
y'all be swell.
Oh my God, Ethel Merman, please.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I always thought that was a cool name, Merman. Yeah.
Sean, you're not the only one that's having difficulties. My music list just started playing, and it started playing Angel with a Shotgun.
We
I heard everybody's voice with that music playing.
We got to stop mentioning the Fae.
Oh, well, it might be. If it's Angel with a Shotgun, it might be Azor playing with us, because he's got a sense of humor.
Worst thing is, I was listening to Ed Sheeran on my phone when I was coming back from work. So I don't even know how that was actually on the playlist, but
Oh, apparently everybody likes Ed Sheeran's songs.
I
So-
have never heard of him.
Yeah, they're
I've never
actually pretty
even heard of
good.
him.
So the fact that I did photograph for somebody, and the people keep asking me, Sean, do you have an Ed Sheeran song? Yeah, it's on the channel. Oh, give me the link. Here it is. And then, but I get asked that question every so often. Like it hasn't been sitting there on the channel for over 2 years. And I keep thinking maybe I should make a different channel for this sort of thing, because they obviously aren't going to let me monetize the music anyway.
Right. So yeah, maybe you need a music Oak TV.
Well, see, here's the issue though. There's these things are, if you sing them by yourself, and you're just, and the music isn't taken from somebody else's tracks or the original, you're supposed to be able to put it on YouTube and have no problems with it. It's not something that you're copywriting, you're copyright striking, because it's your performance, and that's allowed. And but they automatically,
Like if I were to play it on a guitar or something.
Right. So they slap it down going, oh, you stole this from, no, I stole it from no place. This is me singing.
Nope.
And there's channels all over, but only the better established ones don't get copyright strike every couple of days just because they think they can get away with it.
Yeah, everybody's been complaining about YouTube lately, doing stupid stuff to them. All kinds of people have been complaining about all kinds of things. I mean, so yeah, YouTube is starting to get weirder than even it was. So it was a little weird, always a little weird. But
yeah, but it's only the conspiracy theorists that go crazy saying it's because they're targeting fill in the blank. And it's those guys who feel super marginalized because I don't know, but whatever cross they've hung themselves on, they feel that's what's being attacked, rather than stepping back and seeing that almost everybody has just been, paintbrush slapped repeatedly until nobody's making.
Yeah, even me. And what do I have that's offensive on there? I even make sure to list every Creative Commons and everything.
Yeah, and we're allowed to actually show clips of Ghost Adventures to prove a point, and to actually to be for discussion. And they flagged the videos like 4 times. I said, you guys need to unflag this now. And this is the system is automated. There's nobody in charge. And then when you ask someone alive to look at it, they look at it, they'll go, oh, well, I think this falls within the rules. So they hit it with the OK button, and then 2 days later, it'll go back down again.
Somebody else flags it.
Well, it's not. It's their system flags it.
It's a bot.
I was gonna say,
It
it's
happens on
automated machine
SoundCloud,
what
too.
flags it.
Oh.
It's not even a human being, and it's the robots are running the roost. The humans have no real staying power with keeping things live.
Oh, it's really the AI.
Oh my God, it's Skynet.
Yep.
Skynet.
I'm going to throw my phone through the window in a minute.
Okay.
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 No, he literally started playing the original theme song to Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, let it play.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's hard to hear you lot and that playing.
Yeah, the Fae are
Shut it
really
off.
active right now. Well, you guys do
I have
have
to.
something to say. Wait, hey, you Fae, you're on. If you want us to give anybody on here a message, you want, let us know what your thing is.
I don't know. Angel with a Shotgun sounds like they were listening to that story about the guy that was fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right there.
So we don't have.
Dragon Ball Z got to do with it.
I love Dragon Ball Z. That's why.
I love it. I've seen the new movie, but it was a bit of a shock because it came out like I'd had it on full blast, like the full on full sound when I'm actually out and about. It was kind of deafening.
Well, I think it's probably because they want us to sing something. And I would love to. I know Zephora has her preferences for the song she likes to sing, but I really want to do a few really fun things, whether it's Broadway or just doing Dragon Ball Z Kai Dragon Soul opening, because that would rock.
I do all styles. I have to because I take composer clients and I just have to do whatever style they want me to sing.
Yeah.
Right, but it's if it's not your preference and you don't have much fun with it, I don't want to drag you through it, but I really want to do that sort of thing.
You haven't heard me talking endlessly for weeks about show tunes. Did we not
Actually,
have that conversation?
not endlessly
I love
about show
show
tunes. You sent me a
tunes.
couple of links and I thought, hey, that's awesome. We got to do a few of these, but I didn't hear the
No,
endlessly.
well, because I told you I've had show tunes stuck in my head and now I'm suddenly into Disney and I'm not really a Disney person and I'm just like Little Shop of Horrors endlessly
It's
in my
all
head and
it's all Sean's fault. He is telepathing that right into your brain.
I'm sorry.
yeah, maybe.
Well, so
No,
you were
no, I was
saying
always
you said you and
I was
Dawn.
always
You said you and Dawn sensed me in your house, and I was not going in there. I'm like, I'm not walking into anybody's house, right? And you what was it that Lily two said told you?
it was Hecate. She said,
I got sorry.
his eye sees. So you're so psychic that when you think about someone, you actually kind of
Go there.
reach out there, but you're not actually there seeing things. You're just putting a piece of yourself there. So
And see,
it
this
wasn't
is
an
what
interactive. It wasn't interactive. Like I tried to talk to it and there wasn't any response back, but it was just sort of like your
See,
presence
I do
was
the
there.
same thing. People have seen me at their place, but I don't seem to know that I'm there.
and this is what Janice got ticked off about. I'm not in control of this, right?
Yeah.
You're
I'm
just
not even
hanging around.
I'm not hanging around. Just part of my consciousness decided to go for a walk. I
Not
get it.
trying to lurk, just your mind goes to some that or I fall asleep and I'm having a dream about that person. It turns out that
Whoops.
What was that?
My mic decided to fall.
Really? It sounded like somebody took the lid off of an cast iron pot to look what's
I've got
inside the cooking.
it on a porcelain present box I got for Christmas with loads of stuff in, and it's the only enough thing. So when it moves, the lid doesn't actually quite fit, so it falls with it.
Oh no, there's another show tune. Meatloaf again.
Oh, which Meatloaf song? Which Meatloaf song?
Right.
I think that was the name of the song, Meatloaf again.
No, it's just the saying in the Rocky Horror, Meatloaf again. That's what the audience says when they see Eddie dead. Under glass. I mean, you remember that. My God, you have to know that.
I haven't seen the Rocky Horror Show.
I haven't been to a lot. I haven't been to a theater show. I've only seen the video.
I only know some of the stuff. I don't know all of it.
Oh my goodness. I thought everyone had seen or been drugged to that by now, a live performance.
I've seen the live performance
I
version
wish,
that was
but
on
no.
TV, but that's the closest I've gotten.
Wow, we have got to take you to one.
There are no more. There are no more out here in Los Angeles anymore. They're all gone.
What
happened to them?
They all just closed up. What's her name? Queen of the Desert replaced them, and then something else, and then that was it. They never brought Rocky Horror back. It used to be there was a place in Hollywood that showed it once a week. Now it's not there anymore. Last time I went through that area, it's gone.
Yeah, I had friends who went in the 90s. They'd go all the time, but I never went with them. They never invited me. So
they had it once a month here for a while. I don't know if they still do. And
that's kind of
people
sad.
I don't think I've seen, because I have the Duke's Playhouse and the big theatre house, and I don't think I've seen them either play that at all.
They have it here in Portland.
Well, yeah, they have it in Portland.
Theaters are less expensive in Portland.
They do it
wow.
in Chico from there's like a time of the year they usually show it. I don't want to say it's in October, but it probably is in October. But they usually have it at least in one spot here in Chico.
They do it at the Clinton Street Theater in Portland. If anyone's in Portland and wants to see it, I've never been, but I have seen the movie. I loved it.
I haven't seen the movie either, so.
Really? You haven't seen the movie?
That was another quotable movie. That was another one that you've got to see it. So
I like to say I haven't seen anything
So
to
that you
do with the
understand the
Rocky Horror
quote.
Show. I've seen like little like snippets like on YouTube, but I haven't actually sat and watched it. It's just something I haven't gone. I really want to watch that.
Okay, well, about you not seeing it, I have to say this. It's astounding.
Time is
I'm sorry. Had to load that one.
madness takes its toll.
Madness
I know that
takes its toll.
I know that song.
But listen
like,
closely.
I know bits of the song, but like I say, it's like I can't stand listening to Elvis Presley. I'm sorry, but I just can't. My mum had a tape.
You can't.
And what?
There's no Elvis Presley in that.
No, I was just saying because you mentioned Elvis Presley before. I was just going, oh God, please don't start singing his music.
You can't, David. You should be listening to Bowie songs.
Yes.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Ground
Right,
control to
okay,
Major Tom.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's not wrong. I don't have anything else to say to that.
We've got an unseen person. Yeah, it's really funny when David joins the discussion. It's like, oh yes, disembodied people allowed. Come on. Yeah, you can call in too. Yeah, call in. You remember how Brent used to have on the paranormal portal, call in live or dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. He actually took the or dead down about the second or third month I was watching him.
I used to love that because I was thinking, David, look, you can call in yourself. You can figure out how. You know, that was really good. I think we should have that call in
live or dead. Yeah. How about Madame Leota or from
just to make the deceased feel a little less, like PC, man, like dead rights. Dead pride, baby.
I'm sorry. I suddenly got I've got Sebastian in the back of my head. Children these days, give them an inch and they swim all over you.
Yeah.
When you say Sebastian, I keep picturing Black Butler now.
Huh?
Black what?
Black Butler. There's a
Black
butler called Sebastian in that.
Once Bitten. The same guy who is from Blazing Saddles played Bart.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how he ends up being the swishy servant of the vampire?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, technically, Sebastian is a demon, and he's helping a young lad get revenge.
Isn't Sebastian also from Neverending Story?
Yep.
No, that's Bastian.
Oh, Bastian, yes.
Bastian Balthazar Bucks. And his father is Barney.
They liked bees, didn't they?
It was a thing in that show. I'm telling you. It was a real thing. In fact, most people say, "Oh, I would have loved to have known what he named the childlike empress." Read the book. There's a book. Oh my God! Didn't you watch the movie and get the whole point of reading books?
I have the book. I never read it, but it's got. It's really cool because it's got the real world part of the story in one color, and then it's got the Fantasia part in a different color. It's really
Fantastica.
Cool.
It's Fantastica.
Yeah. Sorry.
In the movie they call it Fantasia, but it's Fantastica. I'm just letting you know.
I've only seen the movie. That's why I said that.
And for those of you who are wondering what Bastian screams out the window, it's Moonchild.
Oh,
that was his mother's name?
That was the name that he gave to the childlike empress. That was not his mother's name.
Oh, so in the movie they said it was his mother's name, but it wasn't actually.
It wasn't. They did.
Oh, okay.
They never mentioned her name. They never go back to talk about her or think about her.
No. Well, I know.
Yeah, screw the mother.
They don't even mention
Well,
what she
somebody
died
had
of.
to, or Bastion would never have happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did. There was there was they added more in the movie because there was they wanted to expand the story and turn it into a series later that the original author didn't want to go with, because he had his ideas of what he wanted it to be about, and just to be about the future, dealing with the issues, having the kid go full circle and accepting himself, which is amazing, because they don't actually show you, but Bastion, you know, they beautify everybody that's in these movies. And Bastion didn't start off as a skinny little kid. He was a shy, introverted, fat child who had gotten that way after his mother had fed him up to that level, because he didn't deal with other kids as much and he dealt with her more. And when he finally gives the childlike empress her new name, ends up going to Fantastica, and parts of the second movie were elements of what was in the latter half of the book. And Bastion ends up going on this thing where he has the orange, so he has an endless number of wishes. So the first things that he does is to make himself super strong, unbeatable, best fighter ever, much more handsome, takes away all of his fat, makes him super muscular, gives him a few extra bonuses, and then goes and joins this quest that Treyu started in order to find the best warrior to go search for Bastion to keep him safe. And he joins in as if he wants to be one of them, looking for himself, of course, and beats them all and says, nope, see, I'm Bastion, you don't have to look for me. Very Greek style of storytelling. And in the end, he ends up losing all of his memories of the world and does so selflessly to save Fantastica again, and then finds a tree that mothers him the way he should have been. And she takes care of him until eventually he goes back to the way he was, and then goes back to Earth, so that it's like, it's okay to be you. You can come here. You don't have to be this way in order to be accepted. Now you can go home. It's an amazing story. You can't put this into a film objectively and well enough. It's so heartwarming that by the time you get to the end and he's himself again, and he looks exactly as he should, and he's not some superhero, and he and his dad embrace, you're just breaking down in tears. It's a fantastic book.
Well, I'll have to pull it out and read it.
Let me just whip this out. Oh, here we go. Back to Blazing Saddles.
I need to really get my head out the gutter.
I just gasped, and of course I was on mute, so. It's great.
Gosh, everything's going to go back to Blazing
Just
Saddles.
give me a second, I'm going to have to move, so I'm going to mute myself. Myself. Well,
well, maybe
mute
that's
your smell
it,
too.
let us know.
Okay.
Thank goodness we don't have smell-o-vision.
Not yet.
Boy, that's going to not be my favorite, I don't think.
I'm going to be turning that feature off.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Alexa, but no. Imagine what Alexa would do with that.
No.
I don't even want to. No. That would be bad news. Anyway. D. Swagger with the de-assimilated news.
So now, books for stuff that people would recommend that you read in order to give you not only a fun ride, but some background information on stuff of the metaphysical, the way that certain things work. My best recommendation would be the Apprentice Adept series from Piers Anthony. It's a fun read. It's exciting. Only 9 books long, because at least he knew how to end this series. He knew how to end this series.
Eventually.
Well, hey, look, the Xanth series is like on 27 or 28, and it was supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah, thank you. I was just about to, no, that's not even.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to steal your thunder there, but did you know we actually got an 8th book of the Incarnations of Immortality?
Which one is that?
That's the one that has to do with Knox.
Knox.
I don't know. What's the name of it?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I totally don't remember. I'd have to go and look it up. But the one that has to do
to
with
the
Knox.
Google machine.
Yeah.
Quick, Robin, to the back poles.
Ooh, Robin, you like those bat poles, don't you?
Ooh,
Sturdy.
We've
Dirty
heard
bird.
some rumors about you, Robin.
Of Immortality 8. Under a Velvet Cloak.
No, I did not read that one yet. I guess I'm gonna have to find that one.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it existed until I was looking up Piers Anthony's site because I wanted to see how far, just how far, not because I'm going to read them, how far the Xanth novel series had gone, and it was a shocker to see that there, plus book 28 or 29 of Xanth.
My gosh.
I remember when we were recommending to Mr. Atkins that he read Cruel Lie, which was book number 7,
Yeah,
5, something like that. All I know is it was before the trilogy had gotten too far out of hand.
You know what I just love is I just love seeing the look on people's face when I say there's a whole branch of magic devoted to puns.
Yeah, that sounds like Xanth.
What?
That's Xanth.
Yes.
Xanth is real bad. I mean, after a while, the punishment hits you so hard, you just lay down and go, okay, just walk them all over me.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, I'm back.
You see, a pun
Welcome back.
is actually, I can explain why it is magical, why it was considered magical by some societies. And I believe the Celts were one of them that really used that a lot. It was because, I mean, the runes were often a sigil and a sigil was the same. They would do a lot of the wordplay thing. And it is because you could say more than one thing at a time, which was considered magical.
Oh.
If you think about it, it is actually. You could actually, if you construct it well enough, you can even say it. So one person will hear one version of what you're saying, and another person will hear an entirely different thing.
Now, when we were back in high school and we were discussing the Xanth novels, I would, if I was on a book that Joel wasn't on, I said, you won't believe what this next one has in store for you. And Joel would just go, wait, come into my bedroom. He'd lay himself down on the floor. Just, okay, now I'm ready. And
to let it walk all over you. Okay.
So I tell him, and he's like, yeah, it's a good thing I was laying down for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so much.
They were so bad. It's like Joel, you'll be okay. You'll be okay.
And
he's laying there shaking his head.
Wearing spikes. Anyway.
And they were so bad. But you learn to enjoy them in the context that were there, like the lady slippers.
The crab apple.
The
infant trees.
Yeah. Dentist trees.
Oh my gosh.
Beer barrel trees. Oh, the allegories, yeah. Oh my god. Boot rear. Yeah,
there we go.
Jinx. Got it. Boot rear. Oh my god. It was hilarious. Oh, beefsteak tomatoes.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like they might be a little tasty, though.
Yeah, well, okay, first of all, you have to understand Piers Anthony's a vegetarian. So Xanth, everything you could possibly want grows on plants. Nobody eats any animal products. And if you want to eat a steak, you can cut up a beefsteak tomato. It fries up, eats like beefsteak tomato. Like a beefsteak. But it's a tomato. So, it's the ways that you manage to work that in is so funny. Every which way you go.
Well, there was a guy who actually was a metaphysical dude called Swami Beyondananda. And I swear this guy, and he's an author and he's a speaker too, and every single sentence was a full of puns.
Whoa.
Everything, every word, every sentence, every paragraph, from beginning to end of a book. And he considered it very magical. Yeah.
So anybody else got any book recommendations for fun stuff while learning?
If you see a sacred cow, milk it for all it's worth. That was one of his books.
I have one. I've only just got in, and I can't remember the name because I know he's the one who actually helped create Red Dwarf. Is Shadow Magic.
Wait, I have one right here. It's Dave Barry's book of songs. No, that isn't.
No, it's about Tirnanog, the Irish place of where the Fae folk live.
Tirnanog.
Tirnanog, yeah. Here.
Sorry, Airmid, make sure I say it correctly. Tirnanog. It's it's like picking a bad sweet potato. She won't let me do it. Oh, by the way, okay, funny story. Got 3 good sweet potatoes. Humongosaurus, right? Fantastic. Sweetest things you could ask for. Tastes like candy. I told my wife, hurry up and cook them because they're not going to last very long. Airmid said they aren't going to last very long. So what does she do? She cooks 2. The other one went bad today. So here's the Meatloaf song. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Nice.
What I was going to say, yeah, it's in 3 books. There's 3 books. The first one's called Shadow Magics, The Son of Hazel Oak, and The Son of, the Children of, and I can never remember the dude's name. And I'm reading that at the moment. I'll have to find the book because I've got it all 3 stories in one. That took me ages to find. Ow, that hurt. Water went down the wrong hole.
Wait, you can drink while talking? You're better than Jeff Dunham. That was awesome.
Even worse, she can talk while drinking too.
No, I was trying to breathe, and a bit of phlegm came out the back of my nose. It's been kind of cloggy. It's horrible. So I breathed as I was trying to get that. It was just horrible.
Not recommended for a general audience.
So,
okay.
But yeah, that's quite an interesting one.
Okay, well, I'm going to sign us off then because we're having too much fun and there's not enough people to actually enjoy because it's Super Bowl day and there's people enjoying each other cracking their necks, slamming their bodies into one another.
I'm surprised, we haven't
painting their faces funky colors.
In England, we don't have.
Thinking they're normal. Oh, wow, I'm moving right now, man. I'm moving there instead of California. I'm moving.
You don't want to come to England. You don't want to come to Lancaster, England, because there's too many dead folk walking about, as Sean proceeds to keep reminding me.
Too many dead folk. Oh, we can fix that.
Okay, well, everybody stay blessed. Everybody stay blessed until next time we meet. The next show is going to be about psychic assist pets. And I'm going to put up another poll on the Facebook page. So go to our channel page in the upper right-hand corner of the main brand new beautiful picture that Zephora made for the channel that says Ian's Magic Oak. You'll see a Facebook logo. That's not to my personal page. Click that. You'll go to the Magic Oak portal page and be able to interact with all of us. You can get messages to any of us through there. It's even easier than email, and we all answer directly that are still on Facebook. And if you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you very much, and once again, stay blessed until next we meet. See you later.